Okay, let's talk about 8-4. This is factors and zeros part 2. Similar to what we just did in the last lesson, except maybe a little bit different take on some of these problems. Let's look at the first one. It says which expression is a factor of 2x squared plus x minus 3. Now notice it didn't say to factor the whole thing out. It just said which one is a factor. So we're going to factor the whole thing out, look at both factors, and see which one is a factor. Because out of the two factors, one of them will be the right answer. All right, let's go and do this one with the AC method. And so I'm going to do 2 times negative 3. 2 times negative 3 makes negative 6. So what do I want? I want two numbers that multiply together to make negative 6, but at the same time, their difference is 1. Their difference is 1. And the two such numbers that I want are 3 and negative 2. 3 and negative 2. So 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, but 3 minus 2 is positive 1. So now I'm going to break up that middle term into those particular numbers. So we'll go 2x squared. So x now breaks up into plus 3x minus 2x, and then of course you still have a minus 3 on the end. Reason why I do that is now I'll now group the first two terms and group the second two terms and factor them. Alright, 2 and 3, nothing goes there, but I can factor an x out of the rest of it. When I do that, I'll be left with 2x plus 3 in the parentheses. The only thing that I can factor out of that second group is a negative 1, which will change the sign of everything, 2x plus 3. I know I did it right because my parentheses match. And now in order to finish it, the 2x plus 3, that's your first blank. And whatever's left on the outside, which is x minus 1, is the next blank. But remember, back to answering the question. It doesn't want the full factor, right? Full factorization. It just wants to know which one is a factor. All right, so is 2x plus 3 there? No, it's not. So x minus 1 better be there, and it is. It's choice D. X minus 1 is a factor. It's one of the factors. Here's the other one, but it's not listed as a choice. All right? So this one doesn't follow any special pattern. It's not a perfect square trinomial, nothing like that. We've got to use the AC method here to get the answer. All right? Okay, next one. 2x squared minus 3x minus 2. Once again, AC method comes to mind. I need 2 times negative 2. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. So I need two numbers to multiply together to make negative 4, but at the same time, they combine in the middle or subtract to make a negative 3. And so the two such numbers that I'm looking for here in this case are negative 4 and 1. So I'm going to split up that middle term now into this 2x squared. The negative 3x now becomes negative 4x minus, or not minus, plus x, and then minus 2. And remember, like we've talked about before, it doesn't matter which one of these two terms in the middle you put first. You could have put plus x and then minus 4x. And remember, it turns out to be the same in the end. In some of the previous sections, we took a problem, tried it both ways, got the exact same answer. All right, so keep that in mind. Now, what's the purpose of that? I'm going to group these two together. I'm going to group these two together. I'm going to pull a 2x out of here. And once I do, that's going to divide out and just leave me with an x. Minus is my sign. 2 there. All right, so we're good there. X minus 2, the only thing that comes out of there is a placeholder of a plus 1, because there's nothing to factor out. It just remains as x minus 2, which is good, because that's what I have for the other parentheses, which is what we need. Now we can go and finish it. The first parentheses is x minus 2. The second one is 2x plus 1. Which comes from the outside here. X minus 2, is that one of my factors? Yes, it is. That's the answer. Just double check and make sure the other one's not there. 2x plus 1 is not. Sees my answer there. All right. Okay, now for the next one. It says, what is a positive solution to 3x squared minus 5x minus 2? All right, so pay attention to this word. It doesn't want potentially both solutions. It just wants the positive solution. So when we graph this and we look at the solutions, /0 /roots /x-intercepts, the place where it crosses the x-axis, we're going to make sure we take the positive one as our answer. And so let's go ahead and graph it and see what we got. So I'll come back here. Whatever's there, dot B, clear it off. Let's go back to the next one here. So now I can go and plug this in, 3x squared minus 5x and minus 2. We'll press enter. We see that it crosses the x-axis in two places, so there are two solutions, two roots, two zeros. However, which one do we want? We don't want both of them. We only want the positive solution. And so I'm only going to be focused on this one. This is the positive x side. Positive 1, positive 2. Negative is that direction. I don't need this one. I need the positive one. So when I go menu, analyze graph 0, I'm going to do my lower bound here and my upper bound here because this is the only one that I want. It's at 2, 0. That is the positive solution as a full ordered pair, 2, 0 as a point. As a value, it's just going to be 2, the x value. All right, so there you go. C is the right answer there. All right, one more that we need to take a look at here. So we will go now and graph this one and see if we can figure out the positive solution to that. I'll go here. It's doc and B. Clear all that stuff off. Get ready for my new problem, which is x squared. Minus 10x. And we go minus 24. And we graph it. Okay, now, first of all, we'll run into a little bit of an issue here. Remember, we want the positive solution. Well, I only see it only crossing in one place, and it's the negative solution. So this cannot be our answer. Okay, so what we need to understand here is there's got to be a positive solution somewhere. We must not be able to see it. You can try a couple of things. We can zoom out. Let's try that first. Menu, window zoom. Let's zoom out. We'll try that. And one time is all it takes. Now I can see the other place where it crosses. That's the one I'm interested in. Why? Because that's the positive one. So I'm going to go menu, analyze graph. I want the 0. Lower bound is to the left, upper bound is to the right. It's bounded. It is 12, 0. So I'm back now to the paper, looking at 12, 0. And again, that's the full ordered pair. We don't need the full ordered pair. We just need the x equals 12. And so there is the correct solution. And so now at this point, we have everything that we need to go through and complete the quiz.